Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening.
Yes,
Good evening.
we're all
So,
confused.
how are
Uh,
you?
I'm
How
just,
was this morning?
I'm just sharing the show. Anyway, hi to those who are going to attend today. It's usually our morning coffee show, but I ended up sleeping late. I don't know what I did. And Jane's like, "Are you all right? What's happened?" Because I don't think I've ever done that before. I literally never do things like that. Like that's one thing
Never.
that I hate when people do to me, and I never do that. But
Yeah.
never say never. I did it.
Oh, I just
So
was hoping that nothing happened because you're not typically late for anything. And I'm just like, I
I
better check, make
know,
sure she's okay.
I know. That's what I figured. And when I saw your message, I was like, and literally, Jane, this is what the crazy part is. I got up thinking I was up at the right time. I got everything ready. I ran around. I got my laptop, everything set up. Got the coffee, had it made. I come and sit down thinking it's time to do the show. Like that's how weird my morning was. And I sit down and I see your message and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in a time warp. I totally missed the entire thing. So anyway, crazy things happen. There's not much we can do about it.
That's all right because we can make up for it.
We can. I mean, we can do this show anytime. We don't have to have coffee. We can definitely just do it with a good glass of water. We could
Or
call
some
it
good seltzer water.
Java Fizz.
The Java Fit. There you go.
Not Java, so I guess we have to come up with something else.
Right. Well, it's still Java because there's a lot of buzzing going around because
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I
how
hope you
are
guys
you?
don't mind, but I'm kind of finishing up my supper. I just literally got in the door.
I mean, go for it. Oh, look, Nancy found us. Nancy, it's tea time.
Nice to meet you. There you go.
Iced
How are
tea
you today,
time.
Nancy?
So yeah, here we are. Jane's
Yeah.
having dinner. I'm recuperating from sleeping late today and missing the show. Anyway,
It's all right. Well, what have you been up to? I mean, how was your week? Last
oh,
couple of weeks.
it was good. It was real good. Just been busy. My husband and I went to Vegas for a week, which was fun. We came back, then I had like a work trip. It wasn't really a trip, it was in Phoenix, but I had to stay there for a couple of nights with my team from work. And that was so much fun, Jane. Do you know what a Waymo is?
No.
Okay, so in San Francisco and Phoenix, the only two places doing these, a Waymo is a self-driving car, like an Uber. It's completely self-driving.
Wow.
So you order it like an Uber. All right. So here's the story. I was with my workmates. We saw this car driving around with nobody in it, and we were like, "What is that?" And then it pulled up, and two business guys in suits were getting in it, and they saw us looking, and I was like, "What is that?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's a Waymo." They're like, "You forget when you're in it that nobody's really driving it." And I'm like, "Okay." So that night we decided we were going to go bowling, and it was like a team building weekend, a couple of days. So we decided we're going to take the Waymo, and so we ordered it like an Uber. You order it like an Uber, and you tell it, and so it has your location. It comes and picks you up, and there's nobody driving it.
Wow.
So there were four. There were four of us. One got in the front, the other three of us in the back, and we're like all scared to death because we're like, okay, we don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
It was actually very fun. And I felt pretty safe. I didn't really feel scared, but it was weird seeing the steering wheel move around with nobody
sitting in the behind. Yeah.
Not even, I mean, there's no mannequin. There's no like pretend person or anything. It's just like the steering wheel just turns around as you're going around the corner, and we're just like, oh, like we're all screaming. So anyway, but only in San Fran and Phoenix. Nancy says no way she'd do it. It was super, super fun. And we took it again on the way back. So we took it for a 30, Catherine Moore, she'd freak out.
Yep.
It was literally a 30-minute drive too. It wasn't like a real close place. So we were just like all asking questions like, what if someone jumps out in front of us? Is it going to stop? Or what if somebody almost hits us? Is it going to move over? Like we're all just like laughing and asking all these questions.
Yep. No way.
But
I need to have some.
on the way back, we were all like, yeah, this is cool. This is good. So it pulls out. Oh, and the other like scary things, like when you get in it, all the doors lock. So you're locked in. The only way out is with the wind. If you can move the windows up and down.
Wow.
So the only way out is like to climb out the window. What else was funny about it? Well, you know, and it had a lot of stuff on the top of it, like all its sensors and all the weird, you know, tracking devices that it has and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was really fun.
Wow.
The other thing in Phoenix, and maybe your husband knows about this, Jane, but in Phoenix, a lot of the big trucks, like the 18-wheelers, they're self-driving. Yeah, they're self-driving. They have right now, you'll see someone. All right, so this is my other funny story. They'll have someone in their passenger side, I think, who can take over the driving. But the vehicle is a self-driving vehicle and it drives itself. So I was with my husband. So this happened as well in Phoenix. My husband and I were driving to Vegas, and this car in front of us, it was a Mercedes type van, and it almost went off the road. It was like weird. It was like just went a little bit off, and I was like, oh, that's weird. So when we drove by, I was like, let me look and see. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's a mannequin. It's a mannequin.
Oh, no.
It was a mannequin. It was a mannequin. So anyway, this is the funny part. This is the funny part of the story. So every time I saw like a car that wasn't like driving perfectly straight, I'm like, I'm going to look and see. And I looked at one and I was like, wait, it's another mannequin. Wait, oh my God. And then I was like, oh, wait, no. It's a bald guy. Never mind.
Oops.
So I
That is hilarious.
Buddy. Who gets the ticket? So, I mean, the Waymo, for instance, drove exactly the speed limit. So there's no ticket. I don't know if it gets in an accident, what happens, or if anybody gets a ticket. But anyway, those are my funny kind of.
Wow, that is some crazy stuff.
Yeah, Phoenix is testing a lot of self-driving stuff. So yeah.
Okay, the car maybe, but I can't see an 18-wheeler because that's going to put some people out of work.
I know. That's true, but I mean, I'm sure they have a long way to go.
Oh, I'm sure.
Waymos have been voted out of some cities. They're like, no, we don't want those. But
yeah.
Anyway. So that's my fun stories from my last couple of weeks. It was interesting.
Nice. Well, Rusty and I, we talked a little bit about it.
Hi, Sensei Bolden.
Last week. Hi, yeah. Sensei Bolden. Yeah, last week we had a good time in Boston. Like I said, we went down to the Essex Peabody, and I'm sure I'm butchering it because I'm not a Bostonian, but we went down there and saw that 200-year-old home, and we were down there with Savizzi's martial arts, his extravaganza, and that was a good, I'm still going through pictures. I thought I had loaded them all up, all the ones I took, and then I remembered, hey, I took some on my phone, so I'm going through it. I'm like, oh, I didn't load these. Part 2 coming up.
Oh, nice. Because you're always taking pictures for these events.
Oh, yeah.
That's really awesome.
Is that right?
All those.
Yeah, sorry, but Cleo decided that she needed an ah-woo moment, so she's standing in the middle of the room going, ooh.
Little coyote.
Yeah, little coyote. Yeah, she's like, you're not paying attention to me. And so, yeah, and I still have video to go through, but we've had some crazy weather here. We've had tornado warnings, and we've had a couple, we've had a couple of touchdown, not in our area, but on the outskirts. So it's been kind of, I don't like to be on my electronics when that stuff's going on.
Yeah, that's scary too.
And I don't have a basement. I have a ranch style home. So I sit in the bed with the puppies and spit in the wind, cross my fingers, and hope for the best.
Hope for the best. That's all you can do.
That's right.
Well, that's fun though. How is Massachusetts, or however people say it, Massachusetts?
Well, they call it
W-
Massachusetts, but we call it
Gotta
something
get a
else.
car, get a car and drive.
It was good. I mean, it was cold. I mean, it actually
Yeah.
was supposed to snow when we were there for the seminar section of it. Um, we flew in Thursday, and I didn't want to sit in the hotel all day Friday.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to just sit there and not do anything, go see anything. So we one of our friends, Seth Ulich, he's a one of the instructors there at Cervisi's, and he took us tooling around. So we went down to that museum and went and had some good seafood. I mean, it was really nice. So we were making fun. We were going to do ambas at the Lobster Bar. And
Yeah.
ambas at the Lobster Bar. And yeah, so we had a really good time. It was cold though. And
Yeah.
when I left Kentucky, the weather was uh it was nice. It was starting to warm up a little bit. It was in the 60s. So I just brought sweatshirts and stuff, and being a coastal girl, I should know better, being on the water side, that I was going to be cold, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't. I just brought a sweatshirt with me and other underclothes, and so I was like, oh well, if I get cold, it's my own fault.
What are you gonna do? Right?
Exactly. But ain't nothing a nice warm hot shower can't
Oh
can't
yeah.
cure.
Well, it sounds like you had fun.
Yeah,
I had fun in my Waymo, and you had fun in Massachusetts.
I got a picture from the Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, anything else you want to share before we move on?
Oh my gosh, what else? I got a promotion at my job.
Oh, yay.
A lot of people don't know that I work full time, that I have a job.
Right. Yeah.
I do. And I work in renewable energy, and I make sure that all of these big solar farms and wind farms and battery energy storage places, that they are compliant with standards that they have to be compliant with. So I'm now an associate director. And yeah, so it was a promotion for me. So it was exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, that's my daytime. That's what I do after the show on Friday mornings, is I go to my job, which is right here in the same room as I do the show, and work away.
You go. Unfortunately, I have to leave the house, go check in, make sure everything's copacetic, and
right.
And
I get to work from home.
Go try to learn about our new client and stuff, and that's been fun. So yeah, so I just on Fridays is my late day, so I just, like I said, I just busted in the door like 15 minutes before the show started.
Hey, we don't need any prep time, Jane. We've been doing this long enough.
We got this. Oh shoot! So you got any podcasts coming up anytime soon?
I do have a couple of new ones that are posted, so I would definitely listen. I think Christine Pyle is the last one I did, and hers is so inspiring. I don't know if I mentioned it about her on the show before, but she, when she was like 14 years old, she had like a brain issue, and she had to have part of her brain removed as a result of it. And she was only 14, and she was told that she wouldn't walk again. She might not even live. I mean, it's really a crazy story. But today, and she is paralyzed on part of her body from it, but otherwise she's great. And she's a champion martial artist and fights for like the adaptive martial arts and getting more championships in there. And but she's also she competes a lot, and she's also on the regular circuit. And so it's a really inspiring story. If anybody wants to be inspired, check it out at the martial arts. Well, it's at the Martial Arts Woman podcast, which is on Spotify and Apple and all of the main podcasts. So yeah, it's definitely one worth listening to.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, what the heck? Something happened there. There it
That's what's
is.
going on
I
with
don't
you.
know. My screen popped off over here. My screen here is, I'm blind. I can't see. So I have to come over here so I can, oh, look, everybody's there. And then it went blank on me for a second. I was like, oh, man.
You're like, now I can't see anything.
You didn't see. I'm blind in one eye. I can't see out the other anyway, but that just kind of helps, brighten things up a bit. But
Yeah. All right. Well, what do we got up next? What are we doing next?
let's go back in the day. See what happened back there.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you remember back in the day when we actually had people come on television, big celebrities, asking our parents if they knew where we were?
No, I don't remember that. Asking them where their kids are. Like, do you know where your kids are?
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. Do you know where your children are? It's like Gen Xers have this thing. We're rogue. I mean, we just went everywhere, anything, did everything. Our parents didn't really, worry about us. We check in, we're good, right?
Yeah.
But I think it was so common, it was so bad that people had to come on television and remind our parents that, hey, where's your kids? Are they in bed? Are they at home? Are they still outside playing? What's going on? So check on your kids.
Have you seen your kids today? Because I'm a baby boomer, so I'm not.
That's right.
A little bit older. But we would be like out all day, and in the summer we'd be out all day and all night, just outside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nobody knew where we were. We were just out.
We're out.
Which brings me to the back in the day that I was going to talk about, and so it's related to this, and that is playing hide and seek.
Yep.
Hide and seek was a huge game when I was a kid, especially at night because it was so much fun to hide. And the helicopter parenting started.
Yeah.
Hide and seek was really fun. We had a whole neighborhood of kids, and we would go out and do hide and seek and run around and be dirty. We'd be so filthy by the time we went home. And then it was always bath time. It was like dinner. It was like bath time and dinner or something like that. And then we go to bed. But especially in the summertime, outdoor games, like softball we'd play, or we'd play, I don't know, just different games outside. But hide and seek was always a big one because hide and seek was good because everybody could play, all ages.
Exactly.
So that was really fun. But that was something that we definitely did back in the day. What about our little audience here? What did you do back in the day? Kickball. Kickball was fun. Yeah. Yep. We did kickball in school. Okay. I don't even know if they have PE in school anymore, honestly. I know private schools do, but the public schools.
Well, yeah. Well, they have a thing called conditioning, and it's not really PE. It's not like the way it was with us, but they have certain things that they have to do.
Yeah. Well, we did kickball a lot. I remember that in PE. And then we did some things that I didn't like either. Just I don't even remember what it was, but there were some PE things that I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But kickball was always fun.
So we played kickball, but then we'd also play tetherball. That was a good one.
Is that like the ball is tethered to a pole or something?
Yeah, the volleyball tethered to a pole where you can just wing that sucker in. Oh,
dodgeball, Nancy, right. Dodgeball.
Yep. Dodgeball, handball.
I always got hit. Like, I was terrible at that. Never get out of the way.
You can't move your feet. Little did you know later on you would learn to move your feet.
Freeze tag is a good one as well.
Yep.
Freeze tag.
Red light, green light.
Oh, red light, green light.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the days, huh? That was a lot of fun. I don't think kids nowadays even know what those games are.
Oh, no.
They need us to be around so we can tell stories about it.
That's it. Well, I used to take my daughter and her friends out in the yard and try and get them to play that stuff, and they had a good time. We had, a good sized backyard for them to do that. But they get with the neighbors, and next thing I know, they're coming in putting on they're hunting stuff and they're out there playing war. And I'm like, oh, I can't say nothing because I used to do the same thing. When you're when you're the only daughter and you're raised with a bunch of boys, that's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing? We're playing war. I'm putting my war face on.
We used to play like it was military. Like the boys like to dress up like military and or camouflage and stuff.
Yeah.
And we used to play that. Like they would chase us around.
Yeah.
I guess we were the criminals. I don't know.
The cops and robbers.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Indians. We played Cowboys and Indians a lot. When we were kids.
That was popular.
Yeah, we'd always play Cowboys because we had avocado trees in our backyard. And so one of the trees was kind of cut like a saddle on a horse. And my grandma always had raisins, so we ate raisins. And my grandfather chewed tobacco because he's a Texas boy. So we would put a big handful of raisins in our mouth, and we'd saddle up on that avocado tree and yeah, just like Grandpa.
That's funny. Well, I mean, even and speaking of those like times when people chewed tobacco a lot or smoking was big. Like my parents smoked. Everybody in my family smoked at one time.
Yeah.
I remember getting car sick all the time. And my parents would be like, I don't know why she's getting car sick. Well, I'm in the car with the windows rolled up and two parents are smoking. And gee, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just getting a face full of smoke. That's all. No biggie.
So, yeah.
Do you know where your children are? The back
Yeah,
seat.
I know. And that's when you could smoke anywhere. And like a restaurant would have a non-smoking section in the same area as the smoking section.
Uh-huh.
It was like tables right next to each other. Somehow one was in the non-smoking and one was in the smoking.
I know. I'm so glad they did away with that. I think California was one of the first ones to do away with that.
Yeah.
And we're just like, woo.
Crazy.
Good stuff.
Anyway. Okay. Well, that was a fun back in the day.
All right. So how about this day in history? We're going to go even further back, but we're going to find out what happened on this day, April 5th, in whatever year. So let's do it. So what you got?
Right. Well, I got a good one. On April 5th, 1974, Stephen King, a Maine high school teacher who had been writing on evenings and weekends, sees his first full-length movie, Carrie, published.
Oh, wow.
The release by Doubleday and Company becomes a bestseller and inspires a movie of the same name. For King, Carrie kicks off a phenomenal writing career, one in which he would come to be known worldwide as the master of horror. So if you haven't seen Carrie, you know, I think everybody has, but in a chilling story that warns readers about picking on outcasts, lead character Carrie White, a high school student, discovers that she has telekinetic powers. Her classmates torment Carrie with bullying, and her ultra-religious and controlling mother represses the teenager. This tension culminates in a frightening, bloody showdown at her school prom, where Carrie, the victim of a cruel prank, uses her powers to get revenge on her peers.
Yep. Good old Carrie.
Good old Carrie. That was a scary movie.
Don't make
scary Carrie. That was anyway. So I didn't know that Stephen King was a Maine high school teacher, though. That was writing on evenings and weekends. I mean, there you go. We always talk about don't limit yourself. Just do the things that you're passionate about.
Exactly. So on April 5th, 1614, Pocahontas marries John Rolfe.
Wow.
Pocahontas, daughter of Chief Powhatan, Confederacy marries English tobacco planter John Rolfe in Jamestown, Virginia. The marriage ensured peace between the two Jamestown settlers and the Powhatan tribe for several years. On May 1607, about 100 English colonists settled along the James River in Virginia and founded Jamestown, the first permanent English settled in America. The settlers fared badly because of famine, disease, and Native American attacks, but were aided by the 27-year-old English adventurer John Smith, who directed several efforts to map out the area. While exploring the Chickahominy River in December 1607, Smith and 2 colonists were captured by Powhatan warriors, and at the time, the Powhatan Confederacy consisted of 30 Tidewater area tribes led by Chief Wuhan Sanokak. Okay, say that 10 times fast.
Yeah.
Known as Chief Powhatan to the English. Smith's companions were killed, but he was spared and released. So let's see here. Because of the dramatic intersection of Pocahontas, Chief Padawan's 13-year-old daughter, her real name was Mataka, and Pocahontas was a pet name that has been translated variously, playfully one, and to his favorite daughter. So that's that.
Wow. Good job, Pocahontas, though.
Yeah.
Good story.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. All right. Moving right along.
That was real history. I did writing history or whatever. Mine wasn't like a history.
I know, right? That's okay. Anything's history.
It happened in 1974, so
that's right.
A while ago.
What happened 2 minutes ago was history. Ain't that right, puppy?
That's right. That's true.
All right. Well, you guys want to play a little trivia?
Okay.
Okay.
You know how terrible I am at trivia. Is it the music trivia?
We always, everybody likes trivia. We're gonna do a little. What's that song? All right. Okay, I think we've done those. Is that right? I know. It's okay, though. Okay, so here we go. Everybody play along. First one to answer gets a brownie point. We'll give you the proverbial POB. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good job.
Here we go. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on that floor. Who sang it? Bob Seger, Prince, Rod Stewart, or John Fogerty?
Oh, I don't know this one. Don't try to take me to a disco. Don't even get me out on the floor. All right. I have my guess.
All right. Anybody else got a guess out there? I'll say it one more time. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. Bob Seger, Prince, Rod Stewart, or John Fogerty?
Okay, I'm going to say Rod Stewart, but I don't know.
No guesses out there? All right. It was Bob Seger.
Okay.
Old Time Rock and Roll was released in 1978. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor.
Well, all right, now I remember it.
Now, see, that's what I say. You got to sing it. All right, here's the next one. Through my eyes could see, I still was blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman. The Journey, Kansas, Foreigner, or REO Speedwagon?
Oh, man.
Through my eyes Though, I'm sorry, not through, but though my eyes could see, I still was a blind man. Though my mind could think, I still was a madman.
All right. I'll do REO Speedwagon. Was that one of the choices?
Yeah. Nancy says it sounds like Journey. Nope. Carry on my wayward son.
Oh,
It was released in 1976 by Kansas. All right.
I'm not good at this at all. Keep trying. Let's keep trying, Jane.
And we're going to keep going. All right. We got one more. Let's do this. All right. We don't need no thought control, no dark sarcasm in the classroom. Was it The Doors, Queen, King Crimson, or Pink Floyd?
Yeah. What does everybody else think? Don't count on me because I'm bad at this.
What do we got?
I go with the pink. Nancy, what do you got? Come on, girls.
Pink Floyd. All right. So the answer is we don't need
no education.
Yo. So no, Another Brick in the Wall was released in 1979 by Pink Floyd.
All right. I got one right.
Yay. So now you get the proverbial POB. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Good job.
All right. Hey, can I ask you why you had to tear that up? Did that make you feel better? You bored? We'll go finish tearing it up and I'll take care of it later. Huh? He decided he wanted to tear up some paper.
Why not?
I know. Why not? It's there, Mom. All right. So we had a little fun. We went back in the day. So do we want to inspire somebody?
Yeah, let's inspire.
Nancy says, we tried, Andrew. We tried.
We did. We tried.
Let's get inspired. Right. So here's Andrea's.
No, that one's yours.
Oh, that one's mine. Okay, well, I'll go first this time. Always do good. It comes back to you in unexpected ways. Believe it. So, you just got to do the best that you can in life, not only for yourself, but for other people, because you never know what other people are going through. I think sometimes people just kind of lose their way and they forget that, kindness is a free thing to give. And because we get so wrapped up in so much of our darkness and so much of other things, and they think, well, nothing comes of it, so why do I care? Well, but it does matter, because somebody that you were kind to is eventually going to cross your path again, and they might be able to do something for you. There's always something. If you're always in a bad light and have a bad attitude, people aren't going to try to help you. They're not going to be there for you. They're not going to really care if you're having issues or not. But if you give kindness, you get kindness. So, and it's always when you least expect it. You might be, you've given and given and given, and then you never get anything back. And then one day when you're really down and out, somebody appears and just lifts your spirits up and puts you right back where you need to be. And I think it's just a good practice to focus on kindness, focus on helping each other out, um, and believing that you're going to get kindness back. It may not be today, it may not be an hour from now, it may be later in the future, but it does come back to you.
Yeah, that's true, Jane.
What do you think?
I think of this as the take the high road. To me,
Mhm.
that's always doing good.
Mhm.
Always trying to do good or trying to do the right thing. Taking the high road is something that will always pay off. You know, when you have to make a choice on, well, am I going to just lie a little bit about my resume, or am I going to just, whatever it is, right? Any little thing. It's like, is that the best thing? Is that the best I can do? You know, or can I take the high road? Use honesty. Can I take the high road and do my best? Can I take the high road and admit when I make mistakes? And when you do that, it does come back to you, because people learn to trust you and respect you and appreciate you. Yes, there's always going to be negative people who might be against you or work against you in some way. But when you always do good, like, you can always hold your head high, right? You'll never have regrets. You'll never say, I wish I acted a different way. I wish I did a different thing. If you
Mhm.
just kind of keep this as your little motto in the back of your head, it helps you in the long run. And yes, like you said, it'll come back to you. Somebody will do the same to you for you. Somebody else will take the high road and do the right thing for you. And that's why it's so important to do good and to believe in doing good and taking the high road. I think nowadays people, like, we're so instantaneous with everything these days that people don't even always think through their decisions anymore. Everything is just so instant. Like, you know, what am I going to do today? I'm going to go out and do this or do that, or I'm going to change this or that about myself, or I'm going to do that. Like, it's just this constant, like, flowing, quick rapids that we're in, instead of just stepping back and taking some time and thinking through things and making good choices.
Right.
So that's how I see this, and I think it's a great quote.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Always do good.
Always
Believe
do.
it. It
All
does
right.
come back to you. That's the payment that you get.
That's right.
So this one, so if I have a TikTok account. I have two TikToks. I do one with martial art kicks, and then I do one with scenery from Arizona.
Mhm.
So this is one of mine that I pulled off TikTok. You are a true masterpiece. Keep creating the life you want. We are like art in motion. Our lives are like that, right? We talked about history, but memories, you know, for instance, are a part of who you are and create the masterpiece of you. Your desires, your passions, your hopes, they all create the masterpiece of you. So, you know, don't give up. That's the important thing. You know who you are, you know what you want to do in your life. Usually, we all have some kind of passion that we think about, or there's something in the back of our mind that we always wanted to do. This is a part of you, and you have to just keep following those paths and those parts of you that make you the unique person that you are. So I just wanted to remind everybody that, just like the scenery here, mountains or whatever, there's no two areas that are completely alike, right? Everything is unique and different in nature and in people. So we are a masterpiece. We are individual, unique, and we have specific gifts and talents that we have in our lives. And so just keep creating that life that you want. Keep going after your goals and your hopes and your passions and your dreams, and keep creating the masterpiece of your life. So that's kind of what I was trying to get at with this quote.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we all are masterpiece because uh, your parents made you who you are. God made you who you are, and so you're a true masterpiece. It just depends on how you choose to create your art, how you choose to create what you want out of your own life. and you're the one in control. You're the one driving that bus. So, you know, believe in yourself and realize that you are the one who's writing your own story, writing your own destiny. And, you know, if you want to live on a island surrounded by water and you want to paint that pretty picture for yourself, then find a way to do it. You know, you're living your life. Nobody can live it for you. And whatever you want, then you need to find a way to strive to go get that. So, yeah, you are a true masterpiece for real.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't feel that way,
Mhm.
and you just got to figure out a way to realize that everybody is worth something and that they are a masterpiece and they can make anything happen that they put their mind to. So go out there and paint your canvas and
Yeah.
be that masterpiece.
Love yourself too. I mean, I every morning when I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I wish I looked different or whatever. I'm getting old or whatever. I have to say, you know what? Stop it. Love yourself. You're good.
Yeah,
You're good.
absolutely.
Hi TJ, how are you?
That's somebody I haven't heard from in a while. How are you doing, sir? Staying busy.
Yeah, I bet. Life
Yeah,
is busy. Life is definitely busy.
life is definitely busy.
So good to see you, TJ.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, good. Now that we're all inspired.
You were inspired. So let's hit back a little flashback Friday, shall we? We noticed we time warp a lot. So we want history back in the day and now flashbacks. So
I know. I was
that's
going to say,
maybe
you have to be older to have all of this wisdom and cool flashback things.
call ourselves the regressor buzz. I don't know. The regression buzz. Here we go. All
Yeah,
right.
I sent in some family ones, some older family pics today.
Well, there you
I
go.
had to go searching through stuff to find these, but this was one of my sons. That's my oldest son, so this was his birthday. And I remember being so professional back then. Like I'm sure I just came back from work the way I'm dressed. I have a skirt on, a nice blouse, my hair, everything's all cutesy. And so it was just coming back to celebrate his birthday. That looks like it was probably at my mom's house. I don't know. But anyway, we were celebrating a birthday, and that's, one of my biggest roles in life is being a mom of 4 children. This young man is now 30 years old.
Wow.
He was my first one, and 3 boys and then the girl, and my daughter just turned 21. So, now they're all adults, but yeah. That was that. And then the next one is another oldie of me, nice fanny pack type thing.
Nice fanny
pack. Kind of back. I mean, a lot of people use those now. Maybe
I
not.
know.
Anyway, this was Welcome to the Cayman Islands. I think my hair, I think I had my hair braided in that picture, but you can't tell. Yeah. One of the, and this was a cruise. One of the cruises I went on, I had like my hair braided totally, just, like they do in the islands. Yeah. So it was like braided flat to my head.
Nice and tight.
Yeah. I think it was this. But anyway, yeah, this was an oldie that I found. I'm holding these 2 pictures right now because I was looking at them. And I have a stack of other ones that I pulled out. I'm like, I don't honestly have a lot of pictures of me from years gone by. It was like all pictures of my kids. I was trying to look. I was like, where's one of me?
I know, right?
Where's one of me? So anyway, here's one of me. Cayman Islands on vacation.
There you go. Well, this is us a couple of weeks ago in Boston when we came back from our trip. So we found these little dragons, and we had to have a dragon, and then I saw that polar bear, and just I showed it to Kat, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta have the polar bear."
Aw, cute. Yeah, you don't look as bundled up as everyone else.
No, no, no. See, uh, Janie was a little on the silly side, and didn't dress for the weather.
That's all right.
It was
Yeah,
it was
fun.
sweater weather, but I didn't wear a sweater.
Weather.
But yeah, so this was really cute. It was a good
Yeah.
time. And so this is just, I don't know, I didn't have
This
anything to
is called
tell.
Serious, Jane.
Yeah, I'm very serious. This is my intro for our martial arts system, Kenway Oceanru, and I'm the CEO and the chief instructor for the martial arts, American martial arts Renmei. As on my camisa, that's my introductory picture. It's also the one that Lonnie Wright has when he asked us to do send some pictures, because his lady and students did not have a role model. They wanted to know why he didn't have any pictures of women on the wall. So he took that to heart, and he asked us to send some pictures. So this is the one I sent after I signed it.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I sent one too.
yeah,
I
I
sent
think
one.
Rusty and Kat did too. I'm not sure. They
Yeah.
were supposed to.
Well, if they didn't, too bad. We're on the wall.
I know, right?
We made it to the wall. Someone's wall.
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Oh,
Funny.
good stuff. Well, we got like, I don't know, we got time.
We got time. We got time on our hands right now. We got free time.
Yeah.
So what else? What are you doing this weekend?
I'm hoping to wash a dog. This dog Renji is so dirty, but he doesn't stink. But he is the dirtiest dog I've ever seen in my life. It's been raining off and on, and it's just been really junky out. And he cracks me up because he hauls butt all the way to the fence, but then he tucks underneath the shed. There's a little opening under it. I don't know what keeps him from lopping off his neck. It just, but he just.
Nancy, I guess you're going to finish the yard.
Yeah, she's always doing
so
with the yard.
Well, what about the other dogs? They don't need baths.
Well, Dodger doesn't go outside that often, and when he does, he doesn't want to get his dainty little feet dirty. So, and,
that's funny.
And Cleo, she's dirty, but she don't stink, and she doesn't. I mean, she's just not. I mean, she's more about bullying than she is actually going out and doing stuff. But Renji just really needs a bath, and I need to groom him because he's. I've never had a dog that needed so much grooming in all my life. So I think he's going to be in for a shave, and I'm going to have to buy him a sweater.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a. I mean, he's hairy, but he's got thin hair. So really, he doesn't have a lot. So
yeah. So you only have one troublemaker then.
That's right. I never thought I'd have to put a sweater on a dog, but I guess I'm going to have to. He looks back at me like, what?
I did see the movie Dune not too long ago. Are you into the Dune movies?
Yeah.
Or
is it the new
pretty good? There's a new Dune out.
Oh,
yeah,
it
was very good. Very long, very long.
Oh, are we talking like 4 hours?
No, I think it was like 3 or I don't know. It was long. It was super long. Maybe it was 2.5, but I think it was closer to 3. But anyway, it was very good, very epic. You know, the whole scenery and everything was really, really good in it. We try to go to the movie. We go to the movies a lot. We go like every week or every couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember what I saw before that. What about Netflix? Are you watching anything new on Netflix?
No, not on Netflix. But if you have Disney, I just got done watching Renegade Nettie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have that channel, but
Oh, you don't? Oh, that's too bad because that's actually a really good one because it's nice to see something that doesn't have sex scenes in it and doesn't have a lot of it doesn't have cussing at all. This one doesn't. So
yeah,
that was a really good one.
that's nice for a change. That's really nice for a change.
You haven't even seen the last Hunger Games.
Yeah, she was talking about movies. I guess
Yeah.
the last Hunger Games, maybe, I don't know, was the last movie. Well, Nancy, sounds like you need to get out to go to the movies.
I know, right? I did watch the new Roadhouse.
Okay.
I'm glad that I didn't have to pay money for that.
Yeah, there are some that you're like, wish I didn't pay for that. I always look at the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and if it doesn't score high on there for both categories, audience and critics, I often won't go.
Well, I mean, it didn't. They kind of went off. I mean, it's kind of like the same, but it's not the same because when Patrick Swayze was doing it, he was actually a bouncer. That's what he did for work. But they're taking this fighter and just out of the blue wanting to make him a bouncer, and he didn't really deal with people a lot. The only time he really got in the middle of something is when Conor McGregor came in and was causing a scene, but most of the time everybody else was bouncing. He was sitting there drinking coffee as if that's all Patrick Swayze did. Patrick Swayze got involved, so. And
different.
Yeah. I think they just kind of led into Conor McGregor's actual, they just tapped into his natural personality there because dude's off the chain. He actually was made for that role.
Yeah. What about Mike Tyson? Have you heard that he's going to be fighting again?
Yeah. This Jake guy is signed his death wish, and I guess they're just waiting for the fight to commence. I don't understand why you want to mess with the beast like. Well,
I haven't seen Mike Tyson lately. My husband told me that he's seen a video lately, and like he's in beast mode shape. He's not. He might be older, but he's got so much experience, and I mean.
That's the thing. You got experience. The guy is still a monster. 55 years old doesn't mean that you're dead and you're just going to walk all over this. I mean, the only thing this young guy's got is his youth and his stupidity. I mean, I don't think
but what the young kid's going to get is all the exposure, right? People are going to know who he is. So,
but that's what it is.
A marketing thing.
That's what it is.
He's willing to get beat up to market himself, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll be interesting.
It's a way to make money and to make a name for yourself. But
it's like a YouTuber or something, and I guess he wanted to do the fight or whatever. So we'll see. Yeah, that's gonna be in there. I don't know when it is or anything like that, but well, good luck to that guy.
That's all you can say to the dude. I did on Netflix. I did watch the Stallone, his documentary.
I've seen that. That's very good.
Yeah. So
they're so interesting, these guys. I mean, we talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger before, Sylvester Stallone. Those Netflix documentaries are so interesting.
They are.
Because you really get to see, we only ever see the finished product, the guy who's making a lot of money, who's in movies, who's this or that. But when you step back and see like where they started from and what they had to do to get where they are, it's a great, inspiring story.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and everybody thinks that, Sylvester Stallone was just an actor in the movies. No, that's his movie. He's the one that wrote the movie. He's the one that directed it and stuff. And he was not. And he would try out for movies and stuff like that, but nobody wanted him because he didn't fit the certain image for a leading role. You know, he'd been in a couple of, you know, Italian type movies, but he's decided that, you know, if I'm going to be in movies, I have to create my own parts. And so that's what he did.
Yeah.
And I think the Expendables are the same way because that's his movie too.
And he had to sell his dog or something. Like, I can't remember the story, but for Rocky, he had a dog. He sold it to get money.
Yeah.
And then he eventually went and bought it back.
Yeah. Thank God. Because I don't think I could have done that without.
Anyway, so yeah, check out cool stuff on Netflix. I'm always watching something on there.
Yeah.
I have the other one, Hulu. I have that too. Sometimes I watch
Hulu.
that.
Yeah, I just watch on Hulu. I just watch my typical. I watch The Voice and The Masked Singer. I you know, been watching my guilty pleasures. You know, the
Loved Ones, the love shows.
the love shows.
I thought The Golden Bachelor was really good. If you've never seen that, I thought that was
No,
like, you're into that kind of silly stuff.
I've never been into The Bachelor, but no. But now I've got into
The Bachelor either. I never. The Golden Bachelor is the only one I ever watched. The other thing I love, I think, are wedding shows, wedding dresses. Like I love the shows where people try
say yes with a dress.
Dresses. I watch those all the time.
Well, have you seen The Farmer Wants a Wife?
No.
So, no, there's another meat. There's another meat market show.
That's funny. I'll have to check it out just for the giggles.
Yeah, well, because it started out in like Australia first, and then
hola,
hola, hola, ¿qué pasó?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo estás?
Anyway.
¿Tú? Bien, bien. So yeah, so now they got it out in different parts of the South now. The farmer wants to make sure he can find a wife that can keep up with his farm life living and, you know, make sure she can hold down the fort while he's out there working hard, you know.
That's so funny. Gaudier, you joined late. We're talking about silly shows we watch on TV. Anyway, I'm glad you're great. It's nice to see you here. You'll have to watch the replay. We've been on for about an hour, and the whole reason we're on late is because I slept through my alarm, or I set my alarm for the wrong time this morning and totally missed the show. And Jane had to cancel it, but I'm like, let's not cancel.
I was gonna because I was like, I sat here behind the column here, the helm, and I was like, well, should I start it? Should I just cancel? I don't want to sit here and talk to myself. That's kind of weird. Oh, no, we're going to cancel. We'll be back.
And then when I realized how late I was like, oh my gosh, well, we can do it tonight or we can do it tomorrow. You know, we're flexible. So anyway, that's how we ended up doing it this evening, which is not a bad idea to shake it up and do different times.
Yes, I've been watching Shogun. I love it.
Oh, Shogun.
Yeah, the new one.
I haven't started watching that now.
Oh, the only thing that I'm having a problem with is, and it's not because of the way I am, but everybody in there speaking Japanese, there's subtitles. And it's not that I care that they're speaking Japanese. That's great. I love the culture. I do Japanese arts. But I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other, and I don't want to read subtitles.
What about can't you change it so the voice, the language is in English? You can choose subtitles, or you can choose English.
Well, this TV doesn't do that. But I think that would annoy the hell out of me because now you've got talking over talking, and I'm just like, I'm when people are talking over each other, that gets under my nerves to begin with. So I think that would just like send me over the edge.
Yeah. I always prefer subtitles, but I'm not blind, so I I guess it works out okay for me.
I know, right? Someone can't read it fast enough. That's right. I'm a slow reader.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a quick reader. So I kind of just glance at it and I can read the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Well,
Anyway.
so part of my problem is even when I try to read, I like to read, but I can't read for very long because I have a lazy eye and then I get distracted real easy. So it took me a year to read The Help. So when I'm reading subtitles and I have to go through it, I
Yeah.
just tend to skim through it. My husband hates it because I skim text and I always miss stuff. And it's just because my eyes just kind of like say, "See ya." I'm more going to go over
Yeah.
here.
You read like the first line.
Yeah.
Some people are like that. Like when I send a text out, depending who it's going, I know if I should just do one sentence or if I should try to put more, if they'll even read it. So
Right.
anyway,
Well,
yeah, the
thank you.
background's pretty. Jane's done a great job with all of our, what do you call it? All of the stuff,
All the
No,
stuff.
all the stuff, all the backgrounds, all the intros. It really looks great. So we need to get more people watching it. That's the only piece left, really, is to kind of get some people to watch the show.
Yeah.
So send us your suggestions if there's anything you'd like to see on the show or you think other people might like. But we try to cover a gamut of things. I mean, we do the inspiration. We do a lot of, we were talking about this, we do a lot of historical things. Well, Flashback Fridays back in the day. Inspiration is current. You know, the inspiration stuff's current.
Yeah, that stays current.
Songs, the music stuff is fun. But anyway, yep. Thank you for sharing, Nancy. And I need to start updating our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel.
Yep.
I haven't worked on it in a while. So
We've had it for a while.
Yeah, if Jane starts to download some snippets, I'll try to grab those.
Yeah, I've got some that I've shared that I've put on because we also have an Instagram, guys, so I try to attach the show to the Instagram as well as, all the little snip stuff, but for some reason it didn't go on. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But yeah, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, the Facebook, we're on all the things. And so, yeah.
Maybe I'll just start chatting it up on Reels because, on Reels, you tend to get more people. They don't have to be your friends who see it. It won't just be your friends who see Reels. They, it can be people anybody. So,
yeah. So I'll share some of the snippets of our Reels too. So we've got some floating around out there. I think the spider one is what we have though. When Rusty got a spider in her chair.
That got the most views. So I guess we got to get some more spiders.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about the weirdos, and I don't think we have comments turned on, so they can go ahead.
We don't. I don't allow comments on the YouTube, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, there's so many weirdos out there. I can't even tell you.
Oh, I know. I tell you what, I've gotten to the point where the other day I was hating Kelly Clarkson, and I love Kelly Clarkson, but everybody is doing their scam work where they're taking the AI and they're rearranging their mouths to make it look like they're selling a product, or this is the product that I took to lose weight. And you're like,
I know.
I was a smart aleck, and I went, oh, wow, that's the closest that your AI mouth has gotten to her actual face. And it didn't crook the corner almost. And
yeah, I've seen that too.
And so somebody had commented like, yeah, they think we're stupid and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah. And then next thing I know, my comment got removed and I went to get back on it and it was broken. But what it was is they took me off. I was like, okay, fine. So I started reporting and blocking. But the problem was every time I report and block, another one would pop up. And I'm like, this is nuts. It's like an ongoing like Rolodex. I mean, like running right through. I probably blocked about 10, 15, maybe 20 ads with the 10 minutes I was
Yeah.
on. I was like, this is ridiculous. Kelly Clarkson, I hate you already, and I love your music.
Yeah, the AI is doing a lot. It's good and bad like anything. So
Mhm.
we'll see. We'll see how it evolves, I guess.
Yeah.
Hopefully it evolves into good things. more than
Yeah.
bad.
I know. Bots are nuts, and
Yeah.
AI that everybody's using for it's like, isn't it just easier? You put too much work into trying to scam people. Isn't it easier just to go get a regular job?
Right.
We have all these people hiring. Go get your
Anything for a buck. A lot of people will just do anything that they can to make money off things. They try to, do easy stuff and get paid for it. So
well, nobody wants to work anymore.
I know.
It's easier to scam people.
On that note,
And on that, we're going to get off here and go to work. How about that?
you better get to work. We got some schooling to do.
I know. So I tell my dogs, how do you think you get to eat so well? If I don't go to work, you don't get fed.
And I'm sure they listen to every word.
Every word. They understand completely as they're freaking out. Why do we got to go in the kennel?
All right, Janie. Well, it was fun. I'm glad we rescheduled and had this time together.
That's right. It was nice seeing everybody, especially those we haven't seen in a while. Like Andrea said, if you guys have any suggestions of things you guys want to talk about, things you want to hear, just drop them in the comments, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we just was watching live today and was telling half the truth. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. All right. So with that, we'll see you all next Friday.
Have a great week. Have a good, positive week.
That's right.
Bye, everyone.
Talk to you later.